Hello and welcome to another edition of Interview with Irene. Today my guest is the brilliant Eric Elick and he will talk about his work as a composer and also some other interesting aspects of his life. Thank you so much and welcome, Eric.
Thank you for having me.
Um, so why don't we start by you telling us a little about your music background?
Well, my music background all started pretty much in 1998 when my brother had purchased a synthesizer and he
Mm.
started doing some music production himself. And I saw how much fun he was having. I was like, I kind of want to
Oh,
get into that a little bit as well. So when he wasn't using it, then I'd get on there and start working with it. And that's when I started learning about synthesizers, MIDI, and just creating songs and orchestration. So that's kind of where it all started. And then I just kind of kept with it all these years until I started doing film work in 2014 when I saw that my cousin, Damon Rickard, was co-directing a film with Alex Matheson called The Tour. And then, so I just emailed him and sent him some samples, as well as some concepts and themes, and asked him if I could have the opportunity to, try to compose for it. And they let me. So that's kind of where all of this started.
oh, wonderful. Actually, I believe I saw that tour and
You did?
very good movie and I love the musical score the most.
Oh, thank you. It's very kind. Yeah, the tour was amazing. I made a lot of friendships from that movie, and
Right.
I just loved working with Damon and Alex on that. It was a great experience.
Wonderful. So, besides that, are there any other musical scores you worked on that are your favorite?
Oh gosh, that's like trying to pick between all your favorite children. So, I mean, I've enjoyed every single film that I've worked on. Some other favorites. I also worked on another film called The Jitterman with Alex Matheson, um, Rats with Mark Logan. I mean, you can take a look at my IMDb. Um, there's been quite a few films since the tour. Um, and then I even worked on a film called Little Roja, which is kind of an updated version of Little Red Riding Hood, but set in the 1980s
Oh,
ghetto,
wow.
LA, Los Angeles ghetto. And that
Oh,
was this
oh.
year. So I'm still working on stuff, but I have a lot of other things going on as well, besides film composing.
Right. Would you like to talk about some of those other things?
Sure.
Mm.
So, by day also, a lot of people that know me know that I'm a medical speech language pathologist, and I just recently branched out into working with pediatrics. So that's been taking up a lot of my time recently. And additionally, I've been, for the past, since March 2018, developing a online community called the Monstrage, which is primarily based off of Twitch. So that's a live broadcasting platform where I do talk about film work. We do obviously play video games on there, but it's really a community based on um, just being authentic, a love for horror genre, and just kind of being there for each other. So that's been a lot of work, been a lot of fun, and a passion of mine that I've been developing for the past, I guess it's been almost a year and a half now. So things are going well with that, and that takes up a lot of my time as well. I use that platform besides video games and just for the community and talking about film work, but also just mental health advocacy as well.
That's wonderful. And I saw some of your content on there and it's incredible. I will definitely link it in the description of this video.
Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah. Um, you spoke a little about speech pathology.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Are there any similarities between that and like being a composer or using a platform like your Twitch platform?
Well, I think like composing is pretty much all creativity. There's not like, I mean, there is a lot of science that actually goes into film composing when you're talking about frequencies and overlapping frequencies, and you're mixing and all that other stuff, or where you're composing not to try to overtake the audio of the film, like the dialogue. You don't want the frequencies to overlap there, where it could make it sound muddy. So there's actually a lot of science that goes into that. But speech pathology is similar in the way that there's a lot of science, but you have to have a lot of creativity when you're working with different populations. You have to be able to think on your feet and come up with novel solutions to problems, which we're dealing with problem solving all day. So in that way, they're similar. I don't implement a lot of music in therapy, but obviously with kiddos, you're going to incorporate singing just because kids like to sing. With certain adult populations, like with aphasia, sometimes they do well with singing, but I don't currently work with adults, just kids. So, there's the cleanup song, what is that? The shark, the baby shark. All those types of
Oh,
songs. So
yeah.
that's the extent of the music that's incorporated into speech pathology. But
That's great. I know all of that must keep you busy, but are there any other hobbies or one
uh,
like in your spare time?
I mean, it keeps me pretty busy because I work full time and I'm streaming on Twitch almost full time. So when I'm not streaming, then I'm doing content development. Or if I have a film, then I'm working on the film. So I'm pretty much working all the time, but I enjoy keeping busy and keeping productive.
Oh, good. Yeah, I do too. Um, so any advice for future composers?
um, just get out there, meet people, make
Yeah.
lots of friends before business, because people in the industry want to hire their friends.
Um,
So I would get out there and meet as many people as you can and become friends. After being in the industry for a certain period of time, you kind of get to know who's out there really, I guess, for lack of a better word, hustling, and who's out there for other reasons. So just to keep working on your craft, as well as learning about social media, because you have to kind of do it all nowadays. It's not just enough to be able to compose music and that's it. You got to be able to promote what you're doing so people will know about you, and of course be out there meeting people, because primarily they're going to be hiring people that they know and they like, because they want, with these projects, they want to be working with people that they're going to be getting along with, because sometimes these projects can go for a period of time. In addition, sometimes these projects have a lot of stress associated, so they want to make sure that they're working with someone that they will get along with.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you so much for your time. It was really a pleasure having you on. Hopefully, we'll have you again sometime.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Thank you so much for having me on. It was really great to be here.
Thank you. And I'll see you next time on Interview with Irene. Bye.
Thank you.